Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Polt and FireCake on Central Protocol. This is from IEM 10 Katowice, and let's get right on into it. In the top right side of Central Protocol, we have the red Zerg player. It is FireCake. And in the bottom left side of Central Protocol, we have the blue Terran player known as Polt. Wow, a TVZ featuring Polt and FireCake. Is it Christmas? Is it Christmas on my channel? Somebody check a calendar quick. Psst, no, it's not. I'm going to tell you a secret. It's not. But it feels like Christmas, everybody. It feels like I woke up a Christmas morning at the age of 10 expecting a remote-controlled truck and some Legos under the tree, and I got them, and I was so happy. But it is actually FireCake Polt today, which is just as good. So again, this is from IEM 10 of the recent Katowice tournament that just wrapped up. And on this map, for some reason, I feel like I just have memories of Zerg players getting handled on this map, especially in TVZ. And I don't know why that is. I'm trying to think of factors that come into play here. I've seen Scarlet kind of struggle on this map. I have actually seen Snoot struggle on this map too. Has FireCake lost a game on this map? He may have. And the crazy thing is, most Protoss and Terran players have this map vetoed because of this feature. Where is our feature? So there's that. And did they get rid of those rocks? Oh, this is the latest version of this map. Okay, there used to be rocks that walked right into your main base. They had to be destroyed, so I mean, it wasn't like a direct path to your base, but it was a way to get inside your main base through here. So you kind of had to wall off this area, and you had to wall off this huge ramp too, and Terran and Protoss players hated it. But you know what? Those rocks are now gone, so I'm guessing that Terran and Protoss aren't vetoing this map as hard as they used to. If you play Terran or Protoss, let me know in the comments if you have this map vetoed, and I'm going to bet that you don't. I'm going to bet that you don't. Is that a hatch first here? No, it's actually, did FireCake go pool first here too? He might have gone pool first. Extractor into pool, into hatch, into Roach Warren. So once again, a little bit worried about aggression coming out of our friend Polt, and he might be right too, because look at this. Polt is going for a 2 racks opener. Is this a 3? 3 racks Reaper, Polt. Is this still happening? This might be still happening. I remember a specific sub who will remain nameless on my channel who kept telling me over and over, 3 racks Reaper is not actually a strategy. We don't ever actually see this in tournaments, but guess what? This is Polt. This is IEM 10, and we are seeing 3 racks Reaper. The Lings just come in for a scout. They're not going to be able to do anything else. They see... Oh, might have been able to sneak through there, actually. Is that not tight? I don't know if this is a full wall for Polt, but it doesn't really matter as FireCake is going into straight defensive mode. Has that Roach Warren, and roaches are already on the way. Look at this. 4 roaches coming up even before his queens have popped. Okay, there's a queen. I think FireCake's going to be okay here. I really do. The queen does end up popping there. Yeah, Polt can't afford to lose any of these early Reapers. This really relies on the fact that the Reapers get into a big number, 10, 12, 15. And if they're that big, they are very scary. They can handle roaches fairly well. But if the roaches can start to whittle down these numbers in the early stages and not let Polt get into a big bass, or big mass, not a bass. I caught you a delicious bass. Yeah, name that movie. Then I think FireCake is going to be okay. It's just the matter of it's so hard to do. These guys are walling off, but I don't know why, because Reapers can hop up and down walls. You don't really need to walk up a ramp if you're a Reaper, although you can. You don't have to follow society's conventions. Roach Warren's continuing to come up here, 27 to 24 harvesters. Polt is not cutting workers to make this happen. You'll notice he has SCVs being produced at a pretty consistent rate. KD8 charge, knocking the queen back. One of my favorite things to see in all of StarCraft 2. Again, knocked back. 4 queens. So these KD8 charges do more than knock your opponent back. They actually do 10 damage to the unit that they hit too. So keep that in mind. Don't just walk into them thinking, oh, it's just a silly animation. They can actually slowly start to whittle down your health. Great dodge there by FireCake though. And the Reapers, man. The Reapers sneaking right on in here, trying to kill some drones. They immediately kill 5. Wow. What a play here by these Reapers. The Roach is going to catch him a bit of a corner here. Is it enough to kill enough of these Reapers to make them go away? Yes, catching. Oh, wow. 2 of them there. So 6 drones died, but units lost tab shows us 5 Reapers have been killed too. So that's actually enough to where I don't know that Polt is going to feel very comfortable about doing a whole lot of more harassment though. But guess what? He does end up killing a couple more drones. And can he get another one? He does. A total of 9 drones have been killed to this point. Overlord coming over here to spot things, what these Reapers are planning on doing, and they try to sneak up here, but once again, the Overlord coverage is good. FireCake has Overlords on the outskirts of his base. Anywhere that a Reaper wants to hop up, he should be able to see it happening here, and catching a Creep Tumor. These are some very effective Reapers. I know 5 of them died, but these 2 are still alive and still kind of rocking it, actually. Rockstar Reapers. I'm going to call them 3 and 3 kills each. So that's nice. I mean, you get 3 kills in the military, you're going to get a medal of some kind. 3 confirmed kills. Queen has a nice inject there too. Double evolution chamber for FireCake, and I think the aggression is over. Except for the fact that there are a ton of Marines and Marauders running on up. Stim just about to finish. Are there any medevacs to help them out? I don't think there's enough money for a starport. For Polt, no. Nope, not one at all. He is now getting his factory, but the starport is a long ways off. So Marines and Marauders by themselves without medevac support, even if they have Stim, I don't know how super effective they are going to be here. In production is no attacking units whatsoever for FireCake, though. And using a KD8 charge to take down a creep tumor, brilliant. Brilliant indeed. Marines and Marauders trying to sneak on in and kill this base before FireCake can respond. Can he get there? He has 8 roaches. I don't know if 8 roaches is enough to actually take this down, but they're going to try. I think they have to try, or does he just... Nope. Nope. FireCake just concedes the base, says, you caught me with my pants down. I didn't have any attacking units at all. Here, have this hatchery. Congratulations, you win. Wow, what a nice timing attack there by Polt. I mean, usually, as a Zerg player, you kind of assume that much money was invested in it to Reapers in the early game. You don't expect kind of another early attack coming out this soon from bio units. But you know what? Polt is Polt, and Polt does what he wants. So immediately replanting that 3rd base, FireCake recognizing there's no way that Polt has a 3rd with that level of aggression that he's doing. He is definitely cutting mineral intake to go for things like Marines and Marauders. And here comes the starport to land onto this reactor. Going to start double pumping those medevacs, I have to assume. And yes, immediate double pumping medevacs. Polt is so good. 300 APM over at this point. FireCake is about 250. Polt is playing so darn fast with such good decision making too. That's what really sets him apart. Creep tumor, is it going to live? No. Goodbye, Creep Tumor. It's nice knowing you. I don't know if roaches are enough to deal with this. There are 4 Marauders mixed in. Again, they have Stim. Polt hasn't really used this Stim yet because he recognizes that takes health off your units. Another Creep Tumor going to fall. Maybe a Queen, too. Trying to get it. The roaches trying to engage, but they don't really want to engage. I think they could handle this, depending on how things went, depending on the micro, depending on how effective the Marauders could be. I don't think Polt wants to engage either. So missile attacks and ground carapace, level 1 coming up for FireCake. +1/+1 for the bio units, just about to finish as well. They're pretty much at the same time. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Upgrades are complete. Roaches trying to sneak on in. That +1/+1 really going to help them quite a bit here. But again, the +1/+1 helps bio units a little bit more. So try to keep the attention of FireCake down here while a drop is heading into his main base. I don't know if he sees this. The Overlord coverage is amazing, though. I bet he did. Did he see it? I don't know if he saw it. The roaches are so concerned about these units, but they're not the real threat here. FireCake, they're not the real threat. Can he even kill anything? Doesn't even kill anything. Oh, now he stands in and fights, but look at this. A big old attack coming in this way. Marines and a Marauder with Stim and double medevac protection here. The roaches are trying to hold their own, but they're just getting absolutely melted while taking very few casualties off of Polt here. The Marauder moved to the back. Attack here. Polt just retreating, realizing he's in a pretty good spot, and then picking up and boosting out. 3 Queens, very useful in that situation. The Queens were definitely the ones that allowed FireCake to hold there. So FireCake now up to 3 bases. Polt is still on 2. It's 51 to 45 total harvesters. Again, 10 drones have been killed by Polt, but losing 9 Marines and 7 Reapers at this point is not anything the Terran player wanted to do. He definitely, if he could have done this early game without losing anything, I feel like he would have done so. So +1/+1 roaches here with Glial Reconstitution and going for Burrow move. Burrow and Tunneling Claws and +2/+2, so he's going for Burrow roaches here. Can FireCake make that work? I don't know if it works against a bio-focused Polt. If he's going mech, Burrow Roach is a definite excellent way to go, but I don't know if this is enough. Roach is coming right on up here. Picking up, boosting out again is Polt. Recognizing landing zone is not safe, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pick up and circle around the airport one more time. Enjoy the beautiful view. We'll try to land in about 15 more minutes. Roaches chasing those things away on creep with Glial Reconstitution. It's a move speed of 4.2. Very fast compared to the 3.15 that Marauders have without Stim. Mind you, another attack coming on up, but Roaches trying to deal, trying to take casualties, trying to kill as much of Polt's units as he can. Another small hit squad moving on up here, but getting intercepted perfectly by FireCake. Wow, FireCake splitting his units just as well as Polt is, and actually chasing away, forcing Polt to run away. All right, we're getting to the point where it's getting a little bit frustrating to watch this for our Zerg players, just because they say, all right, Polt is being able to just harass and get away with it without losing anything, or get away with it. Did I say get away with it? I think I did. Without losing anything. You got to get Aspire, you got to get Corruptors, you got to get Mutas, you got to get something that can take these medevacs out of the sky, so when the pickup and the boost up happens, the medevacs have a chance of actually dying, and that is what puts fear into the heart of of Polt players who are Terran. Terran players like Polt. Burrow move roaches, trying to sneak on here somewhere, do some stuff. Missile turret coming up. Polt, did you see that? Did you see those upgrades coming? More burrow roaches. Oh, on top of these tanks would be so nice. So nice. There it is. Popping right on up there. And the tanks are starting to die. So many roaches getting a full surround here. The tanks do get picked up. One tank gets picked up. Another burrow attack trying to make something happen here. They do take down the SCV building that missile turret. And the roaches going for it here. It's 193 to 137 total supply. And our friend FireCake looking really, really good right now. Looking really good. 57 to 44 total harvesters. But again, nothing to deal with these medevacs. They can fly around with impunity. They force FireCake to react to these drops instead of the other way around. A tank does get taken down. Polt doesn't lift it in time. These units are not getting lifted at all, actually. They're just standing on in here and getting killed by these +1, +2 roaches. That makes them so much better. Another attempt here from Polt trying to sneak on in, and I don't see anything able to respond to this at all. These Marines are in a lot of trouble, but guess what? So is this hatch. The +2 Marines do end up taking it down. The hatchery falls. The roaches are forced to retreat all the way back home, but guess what? Polt is still stuck on 2 bases. He's starting to get mined out in his first base. He's starting to get mined out in his second. Mules help with that. And taking a replacement third here is FireCake, not actually attempting to throw one up here at all. Another Liberator, though. Another Liberator. I think that's a first Liberator, actually. That'd be the first one. Spire now on the way for FireCake, saying, all right, I need something to deal with Liberators. I need something to deal with drops. Again, trying to kill more stuff. Here is Polt. A Liberator set up here, too. The Queen trying to stab it out, but the workers walking on in before that Liberator is dead. A little bit prematurely there, FireCake. A little bit premature, and the Liberator is going to live. Oh, boy. So heading on up, trying to sneak out into this dead space area. Not many hit points at all. Burrow roaches. Gonna try to sneak on in. There is definitely a missile turret here, though, and bam! Huge hit from the tank. Not lifting the supply depot, though, and picking right on up here. Popping out of the ground. Surprise! Taking down both the tanks and the missile turret. And the army forced to return all the way home. These units are not going to return home. They're going to try to take down the Nexus. This game is insane. Ladies and gentlemen, the roaches are inside the main base now. They're killing, transferring SCVs. Polt cannot afford to lose many more SCVs, but I don't know. FireCake is losing a ton of workers here, too. Liberator set up once again. Yes, Liberator here. Another drop from Polt, taking down so much stuff. The multitasking is crazy right now. Ladies and gentlemen, is this getting cleaned up? It is getting cleaned up. So FireCake manages to defend that one. The Liberator dies here. This Liberator being attacked by Mutalisks should have a very short life. And the Marines going to take down the Zerg infestation here. So many medevacs in the air. All the roaches get absolutely destroyed there. Another drop for Polt, continuing the aggression. Continuing it and managing to take a third. No, can't take a third at all. Polt. I don't know if Polt's going to be able to do this thing, but again, if FireCake still keeps sticking onto this roach composition, I just don't know if he can do it either. So right now, it's very much up in the air for both of these players. The Overlord finally getting taken down. Long distance mining here is Polt. The roach is trying to sneak on over and kill this thing before it gets too out of hand. This is a lot of Marines on the ground, but Marines versus roaches, not a great fight for the Marines. Roaches do pretty darn well, especially at these levels, but Liberator's excellent against roaches. 85 damage on that single target attack. Coming back on in is Polt. You can't leave your bases alone. I will attack with a mere 4 Marines, do as much damage as I can, and then just pick up and run away. Queens trying to kill what they are able to do, but not great, actually. Queen DPS not fantastic against bio units, especially with armor upgrades. Muta's trying to fly on in. Oh, they're going to get some SCVs here, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just flying away. Flying away. There are Liberators in the air, but the Mutas don't really care at this point. Liberators are kind of stuck. A little bit stuck here on Defender mode. They know that roaches are out there somewhere. They know that roaches can come through and just wipe everything out if the Liberators don't still stay here with their Defender mode circle. So they are not able to pick up and deal with these Mutas at all. The Mutas continue to fly around, just kind of scouting on out, see if they can kill any more workers. It's 20 to 37 total harvesters here. FireCake, again, another drop here from Polt, a full drop of medevacs this time. The hatchery still lives. It definitely still lives, but picking up, boosting on out, trying to find another angle of attack. Polt never gives up, never surrenders, never relents in his desire to destroy the evil Zerg presence. It's 114 to 129 total supply, and look at this. Polt is starting to stream across the map here. He has his third base. He has his third base, which is exactly what he wants, and still, Mutas in the air, not really able to kill any of these medevacs. Actually, any medevacs have been killed? Yes, one so far in this game. Another attempted drop here by Polt. Just small little marine drops. They're not necessarily doom drops. This is actually a pretty big scary attack here. FireCake gonna lose the hatchery. Indeed, that is the case. These marines are gonna die, but for the sake of protecting these marines who do take out the spire too, what a nice job there by Polt. No more mutas available to be made at all anymore. Polt making it happen with marines, with medevacs. Not even any marauders or widow mines at this point. The tanks have been pretty darn largely effective with the marines. The marines have been so good. Coming in here again are the roaches, and the mutas are waiting for the medevacs to pick up and boost out, because as soon as they do that, the mutas are going to try to take them down. Exactly what is going for. That was the trap. FireCake trying to snipe down a medevac and does manage to get one or two of them, but dropping marines in a circular pattern to force the mutas out there too. Marines very good against those mutalisks, especially with their +2/+2 attacks. +3/+3 now on the way. FireCake needs a third base. Another attack coming up here, again, just with 4 marines. That's all it is for Polt. It is 4 marines, but look at this. Taking down drones, trying to take down a hatchery all by themselves. A single roach comes in and forces a pickup and a liftoff there. Mutas being super aggressive here too for FireCake, and trying to kill some more of these SCVs. He's able to actually do it fairly effectively. Still 19 to 25 harvesters. Still FireCake is up, but he doesn't have that third base, which is a big problem right now. Polt does have the third base. He has the brand new mineral patches he can mine from. This is still under construction for FireCake. He's not really able to expand anywhere else right now. 129 to 127 total supply. The problem right now for FireCake is that marines are very good for Polt, and they're very cheap and very cost efficient. But what FireCake needs to deal with them are things like banelings, maybe things like lurkers. Infestors, also very good in these situations, but all of these things are super gas heavy, super resource intensive. And so to deal with this right now, where Polt has a giant marine ball, I just don't know what FireCake can do to really handle this. Roaches are good for a certain extent, but it gets to the point that roaches can't even stand against this huge of a marine ball at all. Stimming forward, immediately evaporating 1 or 2 roaches, not even really attacking, just kind of stutter stepping forward to victory here. Look at this stutter step forward here. Very scary indeed. The roaches trying to sneak on into this completely unprotected base here from Polt. And yes, actually managed to kill 1 or 2 of these units, taking down the missile turret too. And I think 1, maybe 2 SCVs killed. I don't think we trigger this little counter until it reaches 3. But it's now 152 to 121 total supply. Again, Polt is really doing nothing but making medevacs and marines right now. And I don't think he needs to make anything else there. Another SCV does end up getting killed. This Liberator count looking pretty scary. They do splash damage against air targets. They're going to chase down these mutas. And look at that. Actually taking down a couple of them very quickly indeed. Good stutter step flying again from Polt. Another big attack here. Corrosive Bile being tossed on down. Corrosive Bile, not a bad answer. Not a bad answer for these units, but catching a couple transferring drones and going to take out yet another hatchery here. I really think that's the case. Mutas trying to fly in them, but there's a missile turret. There are marines. There's enough to defend. And yep, Polt's going to take out another hatchery. How many hatcheries has he killed? That's 5 in this game. 5 total hatches. Corrosive Bile's landing and killing a medevac, but it's not enough. It's not enough to whittle down this completely marine medevac army here. 151 to 81 total supply. Polt is just basically starving FireCake out. FireCake has nothing left. He has the income on this base, and that is it to this point. Marines still hanging out, +3/+3 Marines, exactly where they want to be. This is the most cost-effective, cheapest unit in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Are these +3/+3 Marines with medevacs in the air? FireCake is not even bothering to micro at this point. Throwing down some corrosive bile, but that's it, and that's a GG from FireCake. FireCake is defeated, Polt is victorious, and FireCake has left the game. So again, a well-played game by Polt. FireCake did it well himself. He was as aggressive as Polt was, but in the end, it just wasn't enough. Units lost tab here. How many is that? 17 mutas died, 100 roaches were killed, 5 ravagers. Polt ended up losing 128 marines, 8 marauders, 31 SCVs, and 63 drones were killed so far in this game. So basically, as the Terran player, if you can lose maybe 30 more marines than you killed of roaches, you're going to win that thing, because roaches are so much more expensive in the long run for Zerg. So again, I just think FireCake needed better tech. He needed something like some infestor play. Some fungal bile would have been very good. Again, banelings might have been useful too, but in the end, he kind of got stuck on this this roach ravager muta play, which just isn't great against pure bile that Polt was doing. Polt was able to use these marines, use their mobility, use their ability to hit super hard, and took the game. So again, well played by Polt, just an incredible play. Not able to get his third for so long, but it didn't matter. He finally got it. He held on to it, was able to deny bases of his opponents, and show us what a strong Terran player he is once again. So that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.